Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jacqueline and this is Low Carblish. Guys, I am so glad to be back home. Jenny and I went out of town for a friend's wedding and we came back and the fall festival is starting at my church, and so we've been busy doing all kind of stuff for that. But we're in the kitchen today and we are making something really fabulous. One of my subscribers named Pam was gracious enough to share this recipe with me. I think most of y'all remember the last video we did. I asked you guys what kind of fast food things y'all were craving, and she said that she had figured out a way to make McDonald's fish sandwiches. And so Jenny and I were looking at each other like, oh, because we used to love those. And so she was gracious enough to share this recipe on the thread of comments under the Mexican pizza recipe, but I'm going to put it underneath this video like I always do. But Pam, this is a winner, honey. Jenny and I, this is the fourth time we've made this, and every time it's amazing. The first time I made it, I didn't have any arrowroot in the house, and so we tried it with protein powder, and let me just tell you that it was okay, but it was nothing like this taste. This is really good, you guys, and I thank you so much, Pam, for sharing this, because it really is a good recipe and it's easy and you guys are going to love it. So we're doing 4 tilapia fillets. Pam said that you can use haddock or halibut. I couldn't find any of that at any of my grocery stores and still haven't been able to, but they've got tilapia, and she said that you could use tilapia, so we're doing that, and they turn out great too. So this recipe, like I said, is really easy. There's a few components to it, but you mix it all together and you're good to go. So we've got almond flour, we've got Parmesan cheese grated, and you do need the canned Parmesan cheese for this because we're making the crust for the fish with it. We've got golden flaxseed meal, we've got some arrowroot, we've got baking powder, and what is this one, Jenny? I forgot.
Xantham Gum.
Xantham Gum, that's right. And then we've got salt, onion powder, and paprika. And then I've got eggs, 2 eggs that we're going to dredge them in. And the butter and the oil is for heating up in your pan in the oven, because you're going to bake these in the oven. So that's it, and I'm going to grab our bowls and stuff and we're going to get started. Okay, y'all, so we're going to start off by putting all of our dry ingredients in our bowl here. And y'all are going to be surprised how close this is to the real deal. I was. But it is really tasty. Okay. And y'all, those of you that pray, could y'all please pray for my pastor's wife? She got into a head-on collision on I-20, which is one of our freeways down here. She was going down the freeway and this pickup truck cut off a dump truck that was in the lane next to her, and the pickup truck got clipped by the dump truck that he cut off, and went into a tailspin and turned around and hit her head on in her car. And she had her niece and her sister in the car with her, and thank the Lord nobody was seriously injured, but she has got some really bad soreness and neck pain going on right now. So anybody that would like to send prayers for her, I would appreciate it, and I know she would too. And we're just believing for a quick and speedy recovery for her. And so it's never a great time to have an accident, but this time of year it's really not great, because she's got a little baby to take care of herself, and so we're just doing everything we can to try to help them and their family right now. But God has his hand on them for sure, because, you know, going down 20, doing 70, 75 miles an hour and get head on, it did total her car, but like I said, thankfully there were no serious injuries, and everybody got released pretty quickly, so that is a good thing. Alright, y'all, so I've got all the dry ingredients here for the breading, and then we're going to get our other bowl and pour the eggs that are already beaten up in here. And we're just going to dredge egg. Well, we're going to put them in the dry stuff, dredge them in egg, and then put them in the dry stuff again. And that'll make a beautiful coating for them. And then I've got this pan here, and we're gonna, while I'm dredging, we're gonna let this stuff be heating up. I've got my oven preheated to 425 degrees, and we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of oil, and they're going to go in the oven. And oh, one thing I did forget to tell y'all is when you make this recipe, Pam says to put the rack up on the top third of your oven, which I've already done, and it works out really nice, y'all. It really makes this a beautiful dish. So I'm gonna stick this in the oven so it'll be melting and everything, and then when I come back, we'll dredge the fish. All right, y'all, let's get busy and do this. So first thing you're gonna do is dredge each one of your pieces of fish, and then you're gonna put it in your egg wash, and then dredge it one more time. Easy peasy, delicious breezy. We're only supposed to use one hand when we're dredging, but I am never successful at that. I always have to use 2 hands. All right. So that one piece down. And y'all, this is such a filling and satisfying meal. Jenny and I both were surprised at how filling it is. And today I'm making 2 of these. I'm making one in a sandwich form because Jenny's having a sandwich for her lunch today, and I'm having mine without the bread. And I'm doing that today because I've got somebody coming over for dinner tonight, and I'm going to be having some bread with my dinner, so I have to skip the bread with the fish today. But let me tell you, I've had it with bread the other times I've eaten it, and it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. So, dredge. My little fish is trying to come apart here, but that doesn't matter. We're going to love it where it's at. More dredging going on. Okay. That one, and then we'll do our last one here. And I guess you could use tongs with this, but I always just like to use clean hands. I feel like I have more control when I'm doing stuff like this with anything, whether it's fish or chicken or whatever. So that's just me, but you do you, boo-boo. And you can see you're going to have a lot of the dry stuff left over, but you really do kind of need this much to get everything coated nicely. So that's one thing too. I know some people are a little concerned about using arrowroot because it's a little bit high in carbs, but I'm going to figure it out for you and put it at the bottom. You're going to have all of this left over, so you're not consuming this, and what is left you're dividing by 4 pieces, and you're only going to be eating one at a time, so it's still very reasonable. So let me get my hands washed up here, and we'll get the fish in the oven, and we'll be back. Okay, y'all, so the butter and oil is melted in the oven, and one thing Pam did caution me on is not to let this stuff burn, which is why I never put it in the oven before I get started with the fish here. And so you just lay these in your pan, and I'm hoping all of these will fit in my pan. If not, I'll have to cook 2 batches, but that'd be alright too. Yep, I'm gonna have to make 2 batches. Jenny and I, when we made this before, we only cooked 2 fillets because there's only 2 of us. She's taking these home to her family tonight. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven, and off camera I'm gonna put these other 2 in another pan, and we'll cook them all at the same time. And you do 8 minutes on one side, take them out and flip them, and then do 8 more minutes. And you're done, and that's it. So let me get these in another pan, and we'll come back when it's time to turn them. Okay, y'all, so it's time to pull the other fish and flip them over. And I'm also going to put the 2 extra ones in because their butter is ready. And we're going to get them going, so we're just cooking 2 different times today. That's okay. Whatever works, man. Alright, so we're going to flip these guys over, and I'm going to need to have spatula because my fish is getting soft. And we're just going to flip them over here. And I'm going to use my tongs just to make sure I don't drop oil on myself. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all don't judge me. I'm not a good flipper. I never have been a good flipper. But I'm going to get it done. I am going to get it done. Okay. See why I need to use a spatula, y'all? Okay. So, anyway, turn it over. Look how delicious that looks, you guys. And trust me when I tell you, it tastes delicious. Don't worry, Jenny, I'll eat that part. You can have that part for your sandwich, girl. Alright. So we got 8 more minutes for these, and then when I take these out, we'll flip those over and they'll be ready too. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, y'all, so it's time to pull the first pan out and flip the second pan. And Jenny actually made a good observation that I probably could do better if I take the pan out of the oven. So we're going to try and see. So it's 16 minutes total. Good job, Jenny. Good job telling me what to do. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to flip these two and get them back in the oven, and then I'm going to pull the other pan out. We're ready to go. So you guys are looking at 16 minutes until dawn. And they're gorgeous. Even the ones that I knocked some of the breading off of my bad flipping turned out really good. So I'm going to go over and get Jenny's toast and everything in my plate, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, y'all, so I'm back over here at the counter. Now Jenny, like I said, she's having a sandwich today, so we just toasted up 2 pieces of Sola bread for her, and we're going to put her cheese on her sandwich. And Jenny is like most of us, she loves cheese. Do you or do you not?
I love cheese.
And also Pam included a recipe for her tartar sauce, and it is also fabulous, y'all, and I will put that down at the bottom of the description too when I'm doing our final tally on carbs and calories and all that stuff. And we're going to top Jenny's sandwich off here, and then I'm going to cut this open so you guys can see it. And I am just going to have a little tartar sauce on mine today because, like I said, I'm having bread for dinner tonight. So we're going to save my bread for dinner time. But look at the inside of the sandwich, you guys. It is amazing. And it tastes so yummy. I'm going to step over here and clean my fingers off a little bit. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of tartar sauce on my fish. And y'all, I'm telling you, if you're having a day where you, you know, are trying to watch calories and trying to keep your carbs even lower, like I'm trying to keep this meal pretty low carb because I've got high carb coming tonight, it's still delicious like this. I mean, it is delicious. And Pam, I just want to thank you again, hon, because it really is good. I didn't take a little bite of it for you guys because I'm telling y'all, this is so good. And it's really, really, really close to the McDonald's one. Jenny and I both think this one's better, so. Okay, y'all, so I had to cut away for a minute so I could finish that bite and get a drink. And I wanted to tell you guys about this Zevia tea that I just found. And no, it's not sponsored, it's just something I found it and I love it, y'all. I did not know that Zevia made tea. I drink their soft drinks. Not a lot, but periodically I like them. But recently I found these teas, and they've got, at my store, they've got peach, raspberry, green tea, and lemon. But they don't have the blood orange, so I ordered the blood orange off of Amazon because the way that I found them, I was at Whole Foods one day and saw one of these and I was like, what? So I tried it and I absolutely love it. So I'll leave a link in the bottom for the blood orange if you can't find it in your area. But my Ingles has got it. I think Ingles is the only store that has the tea so far. But it's really good, y'all, and it's refreshing. The flavors are not like overly heavy or sweet. And they're sweetened with stevia, and that's it. And they're really, really good. So I hope you guys will try this fish recipe because Miss Pam sent us a winner. And if you can try it with the tea, I highly suggest that too because it's just really good stuff. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for coming and enjoying my goofiness while I'm cooking. And oh, hi Macy. Miss Macy came in to say hi. And I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.